Peace and blessing, everybody. Happy Sunday, and I hope you're having a great October so far. Very different energy. Day of Atonement has already passed. A couple of Hebrew holidays have already passed, and the secular world is getting ready for Halloween and Thanksgiving. So there's things to celebrate. There's things to reconsider. There's things to reflect. And there's things to look forward to. Been a lot of changing in my life. Probably gonna be some more. I prepare myself for it. And I'm saying that in the most sobering way that I can put it, that changes and transition happens, and they happen for your good, even if they hurt. So that message is for everyone. When we don't know what's going on in our lives, those changes are happening in your life for your good, and nothing more, nothing less. Now, if you are intelligent enough to heed warnings, those warnings can come in many ways. Repeat numbers, horoscopes, Bible scriptures, a stranger, a dream, readings, visions, epiphanies, social media posts, whatever. Messages can come to you in so many different ways that are for you to heed. But usually what we like to do is, because we're slow, a lot of us are old souls. Some of us are here from the beginning. When I mean from the beginning, I'm talking about the beginning of this world, this domain. We are those souls. And since we are those souls, we've been here so long, we've been recycling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for so long, throughout the time. We may not have been coming back to back, back to back. It may have taken 100 years, it may have taken 10 years, it may have taken 20, 200, whatever. It may not be as long as 200, but 50 years. And I say that because when I look at my two youngest children, they're very old souls. They act old. And they remind me of grandparents. So since they act like that, that means they're returning souls. Okay? So if the children are the grandchildren, then who the parents are? Who the parents? So it's been this quick understanding came to me while I was doing DoorDash. I'm home now and stuff like that, and I have my two next oldest children. They're with me now, and that's pretty much what this video is about. And it's about the call to fatherhood. And this requirement that I'm going through it really doesn't include nothing else. And that may seem a little harsh, but it doesn't include anything else. And I signed up for this moment. I was provided to come to this. I was provided to be settled into this. So anything else that's going on that doesn't have anything to do with fatherhood, it really won't. It doesn't matter. And one of the reasons why is because I had to give up fatherhood. I had to give up my oldest son. And it hurt me. It hurt me a lot. It hurt me a lot. But being the type of person that I am, the type of soul that I am, I was going to put that child first. And it wasn't time yet. And I'm grateful for my relationship with my oldest son for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because he had to be a certain type of soul to even deal with that. Deal with the 4 years of the military. Deal with the separation and the divorce. And so this time around, which I had already was given a vision. That's why I said when you give him visions, it may happen now, it may happen later. If you're intelligent enough, you either gonna be prepared for it and ready for it, or you're gonna fight it. And then when you fight it, this is what's gonna happen. Because I'm realizing this in other individuals and even in myself, because we all are one, the law of one. When you fight what you have been told about what you should be doing, you're going to be forced. And you're going to think it's you. You think you're the one making the decision. You ain't making no decisions. You are a soul. Whatever you think you're seeing in the mirror and in this glass or whatever, that's not true. That body that you see, or you think you see, that but others can see, but you can't see, that body was created by your soul and your spirit. And your soul knew you was going to be overweight in America, white, black, Asian, in China. Because I always ask myself, why was I born here? Why was I born here? Because it was already predestined. So wherever you at in your life right now and you thinking, well, I'm in control. I'm making a decision to do this. Yeah, whatever. You a liar. And you lying to yourself. Because you think you are the man in the mirror. Or the woman in the mirror. You're not. You are a soul. And you have a purpose. As Napoleon Hill said, you have a definiteness of purpose. Let me repeat that again. Definiteness of purpose. Definiteness of purpose. Tongue twister. Definiteness of purpose is the only thing that will make you do what you're doing even when you are not motivated. You don't get no mercy. You barely don't get no help. It's the only thing that gets you to do what you're doing. Now, you can find your definite purpose. It's better that way. But if you're intelligent enough, like I said, to get the messages that's been given to you by your spirit guides, and maybe God showed up. Maybe God actually showed up and talked with you. I had the pleasure of catching up with a family member, and they were telling me about all the things they went through. We couldn't even get through all the conversation. And I said one thing to him. I said, I'm not going to talk too much because I know we talk, but I'm not going to talk too much. And I want you to know that you must breathe. Steal that moment back. Now you can have gratitude. Always have gratitude to God. But you can breathe. And the third one, you can laugh. You can enjoy this journey to the best of your ability. And you don't have to enjoy this life because it's the way that the way you think it should be. Because you got your life in order, or it's just perfect. This is not real. It ain't gonna be perfect. Well, it ain't like everybody else. Okay, so now you're comparing yourself to somebody else. We are a breath of God, a thought of God. You ain't gotta be like everybody else. You ain't gonna be like everybody else. Ain't nothing about your life gonna make sense until you accept you don't know anything. So I had this moment and I took it because it was prepared for me in the presence of my enemies. God had anointed my head with oil and my cup runneth over. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I know how to dwell in the house of the Lord, and I ain't talking about no building. What sparked this was a video I saw on Instagram, and it was about how a dad is supposed to react to when his son gets to an age and challenges him. Now, I've had the beautiful opportunity to be a so-called African American. And in the so-called African American community, you raise up to your father, you go back down by force. But we living in this age of enlightenment now, the age of knowing. And things are a little bit different now. We know a little bit better. So yes, I can result to that. I can. But my child would need something a little bit more definite. He's going to need a leader. And this guy broke this down. I mean, this man broke it down. And it made me think about where I'm at and how I got here and why I made the decision. And I know ain't nobody gonna always agree with me. And I'm fine with that. You don't have to agree with me. You ain't me. And I ain't you. Take your position. We need to take our positions. Do what you're supposed to be doing. That's just it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I had already seen this in a vision. So I'm not more intelligent than the message that was given to me by my spirit guides. They don't leave me. Those are my brothers and sisters. You may think you alone. Some odd reason you think you alone out here and you just down here dropped off by some spaceship or something. Like you down here by yourself. I spent time alone. And it was the best thing I ever could have did. But it was a shocking moment. Because I was alone, but I had realized I wasn't lonely. And the program was like, you need to get back and da 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 blah 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 blah. So I got back into the game of life. And now it's time for me to get out of it. I've been blessed with 5 children. And they mean a lot. They mean a lot to me. God is always first. It can't be no other way. Because I made this promise to him. I made this promise to Source. So what other purpose do I have? Who else will I go to? As church members used to say, pray my strength in the Lord. And make sure we all are doing what we're supposed to be doing down here, because there really ain't nothing else going on. Yeah, there's gonna be some judgments and things like that that's gonna go on, but what's your purpose down here? And if you get a chance to watch this, maybe that will spark a question in yourself, or maybe you'll go back to your delusions. Either way, your soul will guide you. Your higher selves will guide you. God will intervene, and your spirits will speak to you. Peace and blessings, everyone.